Hey people of the equestrian world, this is Luna Rosette 15 here, and this is my first ever tag video. Woot woot! I'm doing a tag that I made myself. It's called Trotting Down Memory Lane, and the questions for the tag will be down in the description below, so anyone who wants to try it can. And let's begin. And I'm going to be looking over here because that's where all my questions are. The first question is, greatest horsey treasure? So I brought 3 with me, and I'm going to just kind of give them to you in whatever order. There's really no real order to it. It's just 3 things that I really like that remind me of my horses and make me smile every time I see them. The first thing is my 2015 annual horse sale catalog, and this is from NMSU, Mexico State University. And they had a sale there this April 18th, I think. And they had the sale. I went there to get a horse, and I came back with my sweet little Luna that you'll see in quite a few of my little videos. Let's see if I can find her, because they have a picture of her. And so here's Luna's picture. It's not her best picture yet. And it says, "This exceptional 3-year-old mare shows extreme athleticism and intelligence. This is a solid riding mare and has been used in the breaking and training class this semester. The mare has good conformation, nice muscling, and a good disposition. Great reining and roping prospect." And so she was a horse that we did not think we were going to come home with, and we did, and I am very glad we did, because she is an amazing horse, and I wouldn't trade her for nothing, for nobody. So then my second thing is Ludabug sign, the horse I was just talking about. This is a little painted sign that we made out of wood. It's just a big old little piece of wood that we found in our scrap heap outside, and I painted it up. Luna's name is written in silver. It's kind of hard to see, I know. I should have chosen a darker color, but didn't have black or anything. So then I painted 3 little stars and a crescent moon that we did, and down here is like my future brand. It's like just a little horseshoe and a cross, because that is like my dream brand. So the last treasure that I have with me is much bigger than the other 2. It is a burn sign, and it's something me and my dad make by tradition for my horses. We made one for my horse Thunder when we had him, so we made one for her. It says Miss Rosie on it, and it has a little rose on it, and it has a heart for the just a quick little sign that we made it, but it means a lot to me, because it's just something that reminds me of her every time I look at it, even if she's not in the room. Well, obviously she wouldn't be in the room. So, best horse memory. So my best horse memory would have to be of getting my 2 horses. Rosie was like a horse that we just got because we needed a new horse fast, and she's $300, so we decided to give her a shot. We got her for a week on trial, and we never took her back. So that should tell you that obviously I fell in love with her. She was so calm and did not care what happened. She's very much a slow little horse, but I love her to death. And then my second favorite memory is of us getting Luna. It was a little bit stressful because we were all the way down at NMSU, and you know, all these people were around. It was kind of a little bit scary, and the sale itself was actually pretty scary, because like everyone was bidding really high numbers for these 3-year-olds, and I was really scared that we would have come all the way down there for nothing, and we ended up, and this is what I tell people, we went down looking for a gelding and came back with a mare. So, you know, we just didn't know what would happen. She had a minimum bid on her. She was a no sale. They just couldn't get anyone to buy her, so I had $1,900 with me. My dad pitched in another $100, and we bought her, and I have never regretted it. Okay, maybe I've kind of like questioned it a little bit, but I've never regretted it. So then, worst horsey memory. My worst horsey memory is of when I was 14. I was riding my horse Thunder, and he was a little pony, and we were at this play day. Everything was going fine, and the day before we had just come home from a lesson, and he did great. We were with a new trainer, and it went really well. But then the next day we had him doing this, pattern or whatever, and he had to weave down, and then he had to go to a barrel at the end with like some tennis balls in a bucket, and we had to pick one up. So I start inching him towards there, and yeah, he just doesn't like the barrel, doesn't like it. So I finally get him close enough to the barrel, and I mean, he's seen barrels before. He was just kind of a little bit of a brat horse. So we got him to the barrels, and we just kind of inch up to the barrels, and I push him a little bit forward. I get my hand in the bucket. He kind of takes a step forward. I knock over the bucket, and then like all these tennis balls go everywhere, and he just like freezes. And he freezes for like half a second, and then boom, he takes off. I'm running, spinning, and long story short, I ended up in the dirt, hurt myself pretty badly, not terribly, like I didn't break anything, but I hurt myself pretty badly. So we got rid of Thunder, and that was the end of him. So, and then a funny horse memory. So this one isn't exactly horse memory because it didn't happen on horseback or anything like that, but it happened after a trail ride. We were camping out, and one of my friends that we ride with a lot, his name's Jim, and he had like one of those little lanterns that, you turn on light and it lights up or whatever, a flame comes up, or it's one of those little lanterns. So I don't know what happened, but we're just like sitting there, just kicking back, doing whatever. And then, yeah, all of a sudden, boom, the entire thing goes up in flames. And Jim, we like call over Jim. I'm like, Jim. Doesn't listen for a little bit. And then he finally looks over and he's like, oh, and he takes off, takes it with, grabs the little cast iron hook that you use to pick up hot stuff. And he takes it and he's carrying it over, and he starts trying to turn it off. He's got his face back here because he's trying to get out of the flames. We still laugh about it today because he just no one got hurt, and it was nothing bad, but it was just kind of funny how badly he freaked out. Cause it just the whole top was up in flames. It didn't like burn or anything, but it just and it freaked Jim out so bad. So then number 5 is the first horsey memory. Now, I can't really remember which one's the first because I don't remember what order they came in, but it was either getting my first horse and naming him, and I remember being on his back and him just 4-year-old me just bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down. So in my 4-year-old mind, that led me to name him Big Bumper because, okay, a 4-year-old compared to at least a 15-hand quarter horse. It's he's gonna be big to me. So he was named Big Bumper, and he was my first ever horse. So that might have been my first memory, either that or when we went to the state fair. I think it was a little bit after my birthday, and for my 4th birthday, it was a little bit after my 4th birthday, and we went, and I'm pretty sure I had a horse at home, but we rented horses anyway, and I still wanted to go ride the pony rides. Because I would take any chance to be around horses. It didn't matter if I was strapped to the saddle and walking around in a circle, that was enough for me. So, and I remember a little black and white horse named Snowy that I rode. He was adorable, and I loved him, but I, had to say goodbye because, duh, it only lasted for 5 minutes, and then you gotta go, and you don't get to ride him again. And I remember, I went for a couple years after that trying to get and see him, but it never happened. So that was the last time I saw Snowy, but I remember those 2 things, so that's my little tag. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you around.